My father is the first person who teach me martial arts when I'm a kid. He's the first person that teach me about movies, and he worked on Batman with Tim Burton, Indiana Jones with Steven Spielberg, Inception with Christopher Nolan, many movies, like 100 movies. This is the most Asian cast in an action blockbuster ever. Think about it. It's never happened before.
Hello, first of all, I would like to say thank you so much for joining an inclusive Mortal Kombat interview with Major Cineplex. It is just an honor for me to be here with you today.
The honor for me to be here too.
Right,
it's a pleasure.
Before anything else, would you mind introducing yourself and saying something to Major Cineplex fans?
Sure. My name is Louis Tan, and I'm playing Ko Young in the Mortal Kombat film. Chop Thailand, mạc so much, and I'm sorry, my Thai is really bad, but I'm learning more Thai because I want to spend more time here. I love it here in Thailand, and I'm so happy I get to be in Thailand for the first premiere in the world.
You're familiar with Thailand. I know that you've been here so many times, and also first episode of your YouTube channel, Fight Camp, is about Muay Thai. How do you like Thailand so far? Is there anything else that you love about Thailand?
Well, I love Muay Thai, obviously. I've been training martial arts for 20 years. And I think, but there's many things about Thailand that I like, and I've been coming here since I was 15. So I love the food here. I love the city. I love the energy of the people. Everybody here in Thailand has an energy of they're very kind and very down to earth people. And I truly feel like Thailand like my second home. And I come here every year, no matter what, except last year with the COVID. But since then, every single year I come to Thailand.
And now you're here.
And now I'm here for the premiere. So it's so crazy. Like it's a very beautiful thing that the universe put me here during this time.
Talking about stunt performance, you mentioned in the previous interview that you have many idols in your life like Jackie Chan, Tom Cruise, but the most important person is actually your dad. So he been in the business for 30 years, right? And he's kind of like inspiration to you.
Yes, of course. My father is the first person who teach me martial arts when I'm a kid. He's the first person that teach me about movies. You know, my father is a fight choreographer and a stuntman. And he worked on Batman with Tim Burton, Indiana Jones with Steven Spielberg, Inception with Christopher Nolan, many movies, like 100 movies. And when I'm a kid, I grew up in the movie set watching the movie, and I'm like, I have to be part of this, you know? So yes, I have many inspirations, but my father is the one who introduced my love for martial art and for movies.
And the next question is about our today's topic, Mortal Kombat. Since we can see in the trailer, couldn't deny that this one gonna be one of the biggest film of the year. But since your character Cole is the character that has never been seen in the film or in the game before, could you tell us a little bit more about him?
Yeah, for sure. So, you know, I mean, we broke the records for the trailer, right? So when that came out, it broke the record for the most watched Red Band trailer of all time. Made me so happy to see the fan reaction and everybody like going crazy on YouTube, and I'm so happy for that. Number one, Ko Young, yeah, he's a new character for the game or for the movie, but it's not uncommon for them to introduce a new character, you know, in Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat started with 7 characters. Now there's 80 characters, and some of those characters are like the most favorite characters now, you know. So it's not uncommon, but Ko Young is introduced into this movie as the main character, so we can show the audience the world of Mortal Kombat, how to introduce them to all these different iconic characters like Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Liu Kang. But you need to also have a way for the people that don't know anything about Mortal Kombat to experience it. And I think not only that, but for me as a martial artist, someone, I perform all my fights myself, you know? So there's a level of authenticity that you're going to experience when you're watching Mortal Kombat, which is based on real fighting and real martial arts. And that's what the video game was based on. That's how the video game started. So now we're bringing it all the way back around again with real martial arts. And I hope that they enjoy the character, you know.
Is there any stories behind the casting process? Like, I know that your two nieces help you with the audition tape, right?
Yeah, shout out to Chloe and Marley. They helped me so much. I got the script, and when I get the script, I originally say I don't want to do this movie because
Why?
yeah, because I love Mortal Kombat, and I play the game when I'm a kid, but I don't want to do Mortal Kombat if it's not done the right way. It has to be the right way. So I see it and I'm like, I'm worried about how they're going to do it, who's going to be a part of it. So I met the director, and he taught me, or he played for me the music. The first thing I hear is the new music for the movie, and I was like, oh my god, this is like so beautiful and powerful, and it's not like cheesy. It's so like they're gonna be really tasteful, And so when I hear the music, I'm like, okay, I think I understand. And then they cast Joe Taslim from The Raid, and he's a real martial artist too. So I'm like, okay, they're gonna make this really special. And after that, I'm so excited to do it. I auditioned with my two nieces, and I got the part.
And how do you prepare yourself for your role, like both mentally and physically?
Well, physically, it's difficult because, I know that it's going to be a really tiring process. A lot of actors, they just sit in the chair and they drink the coffee and they have the stunt double do everything for them. And that's not how I want to approach this. So I know I'm going to have a very tired time, the entire movie, We're traveling many places in Australia, not just the physical, but, the emotion, everything. So for me, I've been training 20 years and I never stopped training. So I don't need to start training quickly for the movie, So the physical part of it, the martial arts, all I need to do is learn the new choreography, but emotionally, mentally, I have to prepare myself for taking on a project like this, leading a movie and represent for the Asian community, so I can show Asian people can be heroes and we can make something of ourselves that Hollywood doesn't always give you the chance to make, So there's a lot of pressure, but also a huge opportunity for me. So I'm inspired to do it.
And this one is a fun question. If you can have one arcana in your real life, what would it be and why?
Well, the concept of the arcana is finding this thing inside of you and making it, come alive, unlocking your full potential. So for me, the arcana for me in my real life, not like a superhero arcana, but for me, it's more like to have determination, the 100% determination without any fear. That's what I look to do, because without any fear, that's the superpower. That's the most superpower that you can have. Because fear is going to hold you back. It's going to hold you back from the thing that, you're really meant to do. And you make an excuse and and you make these excuse in your mind. But really, that's just fear. Without fear, you're going to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. So that's my arcana.
That's cool. Thai people, we had an opportunity to watch this film in the theater, and especially in a special format like IMAX and 4DX. But what do you expect the audience to get from this film? Why do we need to watch this film in the theater?
Well, I think it's important, not just for entertainment, but for Thai people to help support, because it's not just me. This is the most Asian cast in an action blockbuster ever. Think about it. It's never happened before. Yeah. This is 11 or 12 Asian main character, and that's a beautiful thing. And we need to support each other in the community, and we need to bring back and show that, Asian people can be these heroes. And beside that, it's the theater experience is so important for our lives, to tell stories. Telling stories is the oldest art form in the world, right? Even before language. Before language, it was writing story on the wall, right?
Like the stunt performance, because kind of like universal language.
Well, yes, the stunt performance is universal language, and you don't need to speak, but I mean the hieroglyphics. They're telling the story of their culture, who they are. And so Mortal Kombat is all about global culture. No character is they're all from America, or it's all different. It's everything spread out. And so we need to support the movement for that.
All right, so thank you so much.
That's
all for today.
Thank you. That's fun.